So if you've been feeling like stagnant and stuck in your energy, just like, man, it's not flowing. That's how I personally have been feeling over the past like little bit here. Like, man, my energy's not flowing the way it used to. I used to be out just spreading love and light to people, and you don't always got to be on. That don't get me wrong. You deserve to take time for yourself. You don't always got to be out there giving your light away. But I've just kind of felt like stagnant. Like, man, where's that energy at? There's like this energy that used to pour through me. And today I'm out and about, and one of my favorite prayers is, "Be with me, God." I'm asking the divine to basically be with me in all that I do. So if I'm getting coffee, if I'm doing this, doing that, it's all weaved into the divine plan. Whatever's my highest plan for the day, all of it's weaved in. Everything's the right step. So I do that this morning, and I'm just out and about, and I go get coffee, and there's a man sitting at a table at Dutch Bros, and I see this guy sitting on the side of the road a lot. So I'm like, "Hey man, you want a hot chocolate or something, or coffee?" He's like, "I'd like a hot chocolate, please." I was like, "All right, I got you, man." So I get my coffee, and I said, "Hey, can I get this guy a hot chocolate out here?" So I order his hot chocolate. I take out $3. I go give it to him, and I put my hand on his back, and I say, "Hey man, have a blessed day." He's like, "Man, thank you, brother." And I'm like, "No problem, man." I get in my car and I drive away. No expectation, nothing. And I start feeling that kind of like energy just a little bit of it start to come. And I'm like, "Hey, that's interesting." And I then go to the gas station, and as I'm paying at the counter, I hear this girl on the phone next to me. She's like talking to somebody, trying to get somebody to come pick her up or something, let her come stay there. She's like, "Yeah, daddy kicked me out again." And I don't know, she's just in a place. And I didn't judge why she was getting kicked out or anything. I just turned to her, I said, "Hey friend, I want you to know you matter, and everything's working out just as it should. I see you." And she's like, "I'm trying." But I felt that energy, like that connection, the presence, me showing up as presence. She felt seen because I saw her, and it's like I saw myself in her. And all of a sudden, as I leave the store, my energy like returned, and I started reflecting. I'm like, man, what's going on? I've been waiting for that energy to come back, to get out there and to be the light. But the energy hasn't been flowing because I haven't been turning on the tap. So when you're feeling down and out, depressed, caught up in your own feels, caught up in your own world, like, this isn't going the way I wanted to. I need to make this happen. Why isn't this, you kind of can get into that kind of down energy. Like, man, things aren't going right for me. I don't feel like I used to feel. I don't feel like a bright light and all this. Hey, just flip the light switch on. Turn the faucet on. Let it start flowing. Yeah, that's all it has ever been. And as I begin to reflect, I'm like, oh yeah, that's what it is. That's why that's how I always do. Anytime I start to get into that, I eventually get out there and I just start loving on people. Like, "Hey, what's up, my friend?" Spreading love and light to people. And not just like willy-nilly, like, "Here, hi." Because sometimes I've done that in a toxic way. But this was intentional presence, where I notice a guy and I make an intentional action. Like, "Hey, I'm going to get this guy coffee." And it wasn't just getting a guy coffee. It was also for the workers there. As I say, "Hey, can I get this guy a coffee? Can I get this guy a hot chocolate out here?" I'm setting the example of what love in action looks like, of what kindness lived looks like, so that then they may be inspired to do the same. They see that guy sitting out there a lot. Maybe next time they'll be inspired to buy him a hot chocolate or just give it to him. It's $3, come on. And of course, they don't owe him a hot chocolate. I'm just showing them kindness in action, love in action. And then as I go out and I begin to just spread my light to other people and like stay intentional, as I'm paying, I'm hearing this girl, and I have a choice there. It's an opportunity. I could just pretend I don't see her, be another person that makes her feel invisible. Or I did hear her though. I did hear what she was saying. And maybe, I have things to do today. Maybe some people would be like, "Well, I don't want to have to give her a ride or anything." No, I set my boundary. I said, "Hey, I got to go get a tire put on." But then I said, "Hey, but I want you to know you matter. Everything's working out for you today in perfect timing and just the way it should. And I see you." That was enough. That's all I had to do. I didn't have to give her a ride. I set my boundary on my energy, but I showed up as presence, and she felt seen. Not only did she feel it, I felt it. And I don't know what impact I had on her day to day. It doesn't matter. That's not why I did it. I did it because everyone deserves to be seen. Everyone deserves presence. And how many times do we just walk past people when we have something, we think we don't have anything to offer, but they're not looking for money, they're not looking for a ride, they're not looking for all this really. What they're looking for is presence, connection, to be seen. Oh, hey, I see you. I see you in your vulnerability. I see you in your vulnerability. Hey, I see you. You're safe here with me. And I don't judge them. I don't sit there and like, look at him, little homeless guy. Let me get him a coffee. No. It's like, hey man, what's up, bro? You need a coffee? You need a hot chocolate or something? What would I want if I was sitting there just chilling? Didn't have any money that day. You know, a hot chocolate would be nice. A coffee would be nice. That'd be cool. Didn't need it, but he didn't ask for it. That girl, man. What would I want if I was sitting there feeling invisible? Like my dad kicked me out. Things are just not working out for me. Everything's falling apart. And everybody's just walking by. I'd want someone to remind me, hey, I see you. Hey, don't get lost in that. Everything's working out. Everything's working out. I don't know how, but I see you. Sometimes that's all we really want, is to be seen. Just to be seen. Seen in our pain. That's it. We don't need anybody to do anything to fix it. Sometimes we want to be seen in our pain. Hey, I see you in your pain. Are you good? Are you good? Not to take our actions and behaviors as so literal or personal towards you or about anything. Just sometimes they're just us crying out for connection, to be seen in it, to be like, hey, I see what's going on in your life, but underneath that, I see you. Are you good? Are you good? And then reminding them. That's all. That's all we need. A little presence and connection. So I thought I would share that today. I don't really like to share stories where I give and stuff, but this tied into that. Tied into how you can get the tap flowing, and also how you can be an inspiration to others. How you can show what love in action looks like. Love isn't just something, I love you. Love is an action. And if it's not being shown through your actions, how will they know? How will they know? Just remind people, I see you. That's it. That's true love in action, presence. So, blessings, love, and light.